We are now in the 6th week of 4th quarter and school year 2020-2021 is almost over. Just continue studying and working hard and everything will pay off. Believe me. So, let's get started. Good day everyone. My name is Teacher Aizie and I'm here to help you in this learning journey. Are you ready to learn? Before we start, make sure that you have your pen, paper, and self-learning module ready. At the end of our lesson, you were expected to formulate survey questions, present research data using tables, make conclusions based on gathered research data, and write a research report about social issue. In this lesson, you will learn how to gather research data using specific tool, tabulate these data and present the findings using graphical presentations. And finally, from these findings, you'll learn how to make or write research conclusions, thus answering your formulated research questions. Formulating questions for a survey questionnaire. If you take time to write good survey questions, you'll be well on your way to getting the reliable responses you need to reach your research objectives. The first choice you have to make is the type of questions to use. Most questionnaires for quantitative researches, if not all, make use of close-ended questions that give respondents a fixed set of options to choose from. These close-ended choices can be simple yes-no options, multiple choice options, Likert rating scales, and more. But the decisions don't end there. You'll have to decide how to ask your questions. To help you construct a top-notch questionnaire, here are tips in constructing a survey. 1. Focus on asking close-ended questions. 2. Don't ask for two things at once. 3. Make sure your questions do not overlap. 4. Keep your survey questions neutral. 5. Keep a balanced set of answers or choice. Formulating questions for a quantitative research is different from qualitative one. If you remember, quantitative research involves collecting and analyzing numerical data, while qualitative research collects and analyzes non-numerical data. The commonly used data collection method for a qualitative research is interview, but you may also gather qualitative data through a survey. The only difference is that your question should be open-ended. For example, how does new normal education affect your time management now that you are learning from the convenience of your home? The question is an open-ended one. If you notice, it does not provide the respondents a predetermined set of answers, instead allowing them to provide responses in their own words. Their answers will serve as your qualitative data. In the previous module, you learned how to write an effective research introduction. You also learned how to formulate research questions that are anchored from the selected and limited research topic. To answer these questions, you have to administer a survey to a certain group of people through a questionnaire. Thus, there is a need to translate these research questions to survey ones. For example, research question: what are the common factors that affect students' time management? Survey question: which of the following factors commonly affect your time management? Distraction, motivation, priorities, procrastination, stress. Others, please specify. Do the same process with your other research questions. Now, you are ready to gather your research data by administering your survey to the target respondents. Presentation of research data. Data presentation is perhaps the most important part of a research report because it is the culmination of all your efforts. People would like to know what you have found out after conducting your survey. It is a big deal because the findings are the essence of the whole research report. Before presenting your data, briefly remind your readers about the purpose or significance of the study and your research questions as well. Also tell them about your research design and your data gathering tool. To provide context to your findings, present the socio-demographic characteristics of your respondents when it is necessary and relevant to your topic. These include age, sex, religion, and other information about your respondents. For example, if you're doing a research about students' time management, the respondent's sex may be considered as a relevant information along with their age, respective grade levels, etc. You may use tables to present and describe the socio-demographic characteristics of your respondents. For example, there are different ways to present your data, as you may use various graphical presentations such as pie chart, bar graphs, line graphs, etc. Since our focus is a survey research report, this module is limited only to the use of descriptive statistics, wherein frequency counts and percentage will be used. Frequency count simply counts the number of times that each variable occurs, such as the number of males and females within the sample. On the other hand, here is a review on how to calculate what percentage one number is of another number. For example, in your questionnaire, your 50 respondents answered yes/no question. 30 of them answered yes. Here's how to compute for the percentage. When you present the descriptive statistics in a table or figure, you do not need to repeat everything in text form. A common error is to tell nothing about the table or to tell in writing everything in the table. Consider the following guidelines in presenting quantitative data. 1. Support your presentation with tables, graphs, charts, and figures. 2. Focus on discussing the most important information in the graphics. 3. Make sure that each graphic is clearly labeled with a title so that the readers can easily identify and understand them. 4. Do not judge or give your opinion on the results obtained. 5. Remember to write for your reader, and it should be logical and easy to follow. You have to decide on what the key findings or features that should be written about. You cannot say, just look at a table and interpret for yourself what was found. For example, Table 2 presents the data about the common factors that affect students' time management. The survey results show that half or 50% of the respondents consider procrastination as the greatest factor that affects how they manage their time, followed by distractions and stress with 20% and 16% respectively. On the other hand, priorities are less likely to affect students' time management with 4% respectively. Notice that not everything in the table is discussed, only the relevant findings. These are the items with greatest frequency percentage and the ones with the least frequency percentage. Data presentation. On the other hand, here are some guidelines in presenting qualitative data. 1. Transcribe interviews or type up field notes. 2. Examine the data for patterns, repeated ideas, or recurring themes that emerge. 3. Focus on the recurring data as they relate to your research questions. 4. Your findings should be backed up by evidence. These evidence take the form of quotations from the survey or interviews. Including large portions of a survey or interview data in a research paper is not necessary and often tedious for the reader. The interviewee should be established in the text at the end of the quote. For example, the student describes how remote learning affects how he manages his time. My home is not conducive to learning. I am having a hard time to focus, accomplish my tasks, and be more productive in an environment with so many distractions. As a result, It's challenging and frustrating for me to manage my time. Interviewee 15, male. Writing the research conclusion. The last part of the research report is the conclusion. The objective of this section is to refresh the reader's understanding of the findings or results. Here are the important things that you should take into consideration in writing your conclusion. 1. Highlight the main or major findings that you had stated in your research body. There is no need to explain in detail the findings or result, and avoid the temptation to copy and paste from your discussion in the body. 2. Keep it simple and do not include too much research jargon. 3. Use simple non-statistical language to summarize. 4. Use the research questions as a guide in presenting your conclusions. 5. Synthesize the findings and show how they converge to answer the research questions. Going back to our sample table, let us try to come up with a conclusion to answer our research question. What are the common factors that affect students' time management? Remember that your conclusion should be derived from the results or findings. Based on the table, we may conclude that procrastination, distractions, and stress are the common factors that affect students' time management. There you have it, the last 3 parts of our research paper. Did you understand the lesson? Now let's have a short exercise. Please get a pen and paper and answer the following questions. 1. What part of the research report clearly states the answers to the main research questions? A. Body. B. Conclusion. C. Introduction. D. Topic. Two. What type of a research deals with purely numerical and statistics? A. Mixed method. B. Quantitative. C. Qualitative. D. Quantitative qualitative. Three. What do you call the individuals who have been invited to participate in a particular study and have actually taken part in the study? A. Delegates. B. Invites. C. Locale. D. Respondents. Four. What research instrument or tool consists of a set of questions to collect information from respondents? A. Aptitude test. B. Interview sheet. C. Observation sheet. D. Questionnaire. Five. Which of the following should not be considered when presenting quantitative data? A. All data in the graphs should be discussed in text form. B. Do not editorialize your discussion. C. Present your data using graphical representations. D. The discussion should be logical and easy to follow. How did you fare in your exercise? Your performance task will be uploaded in our Google Classroom. I hope you learned something from our discussion today. I hope to see you again in our next video lesson. To get notified of the new video lessons, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell. Bye everyone! Thanks for watching!